Welcome to Princeton Community High School. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats take on the Princeton Tigers. Both teams 3-1 in the Big 8 Conference. The Wildcats with a 14-5 record overall against Princeton, who is 9-9. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider, along with Jason Stom and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And first of all, Jason, it's coming down to this as far as the Big 8 championship. Just kind of take a look at the standings, and Jasper at 3-1, Princeton 3-1, Washington's at 3-2, and Boonville's at 3-2. So, yeah, just basically these two teams are left, and Princeton with a 9-9 record. You can pretty well say that it's a team that's been up and down. As Coach Terry Gobert's over there making a mess on his.
You got cheese. You got cheese everywhere over here. I don't know.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but anyway, again. Princeton's been a little bit up and down. They start out the season around 7-3 in their first 10 games, but they've lost 6 of their last 8. And, man, just kind of taking a look at some of the games more recently, North Posey just pounded them 63-38, and South Spencer 62-31. I think they were without one of their primary players as far as Jurian Ballard being out, but he is back from an injury tonight. He averages around 13 points a game. So, it's going to be one of those Princeton teams. We just don't know what we're going to get.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Craig. We talked about it off the air here before. They're up and down. You look at the games they played against the conference opponents that we've played. They beat Boonville by I think 14 or something like that. And Boonville beat us, and then they turned around and lost to Washington by 14, and we beat Washington.
Right.
So you don't have any idea what you're going to get tonight. So. And going back to what, I remember sitting at Boonville talking, when we got beat that night, that we still had a shot at the Big 8. And here we are, last game of the year. We've taken care of business up to this point, so it comes down to tonight.
Absolutely. So, again, the winner of this basketball game will be the final outright winner of the Big 8 Conference, as, of course, that will go away after this season. So a three-pointer on the way, and we are underway. Princeton on the floor with the basketball. And their starters include number 0, Jurian Ballard, Dominique Hardeman's number 1, and now Cats with their first possession and moving down the court there. Of course, same starting lineup for the most part for the Wildcats. Just one change on senior night, but Berger's back in the lineup.
Yeah, we're back to our normal starting lineup that we've had for, biggest part of the year, like you said, other than the one game. There again, Elliott Hope was wide open there at the top of the key, and teams have learned, that they don't have to guard him out there. He did take a dribble in and try to get the shot off, but he needed to, if he'd have shot faked, he'd have got the guy in the air and would have got it in.
Right.
A better shot off, but.
All right, so Harmon with the basketball. Monster game for him the other night, 26 points and 11 rebounds, so a double-double for the Wildcat big man. Tough shot there, and so here come the Tigers the other way, so quickly going up and in for that bucket is Colin Holzmeyer, number 12, for the first 2 points of this ball game.
And Princeton coming out in the 1-2-2 or 1-2-1-1 half court or full court press. Again, this might be more to speed us up. We got a good shot, but you got to convert that. You got the ball fake off.
All right, so Hardeman tries to go behind his back. Actually, I'm sorry, that was Ballard going behind his back there, and
we
commits a turnover.
We broke the press that time and got a good shot. Stom went up, shot faked, but you got to finish it. All
right, so, then a quick foul on Jurian Ballard. So first personal foul called in this basketball game. Princeton with an early 2-0 lead, just a minute 15 into it.
Reverse the ball. There we go. Get against any kind of press that any team runs. If you get the ball into the middle of the court, you have a very good chance to break that press, and that's what we had that opportunity right there to do.
Yeah, of course, we struggled quite a bit against Heritage Hills with that, but looking like we're breaking it pretty well so far tonight. Stom gets his own miss and puts it back up and in for the Wildcats' first 2 points of the ball game.
Been a lot easier if you hit the first one instead of the third
That's
one.
True.
I guess you got to work on your rebounding average some. But
that's right.
But we're aggressive. At least we're going to the hole tonight so far. And that's what I think. That's how our offense. You can tell how it's going to be that night as to whether we're aggressive going to the hole or do we want to settle for the outside jump shot.
All right, so we got whistle there on the Wildcats. First team foul and first personal foul called on Hope there. So 2-2's our score, 5:56 on the clock here. First quarter action, the Wildcats against the Tigers here on a Tuesday night. Seems like we've always played Princeton on a Tuesday night.
We do. Coach Gobert and I were talking about that a while ago, and you know, I remember back when we were in school, Craig, it's always been a Tuesday.
Back then, I think it was like our only Tuesday game.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was, and you know, and it's like what Coach Gobert and I were talking about. There's a three-pointer. We got to do a better job of getting out on that guy.
So that's 5 points for Holzmeyer, all 5 of Princeton's points. They're up by 3.
But I think, you know, getting back to that Tuesday night thing, it's a good thing to go Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, because if you're going to play, there's a chance in the sectional. That's the schedule you play.
Right.
So I think it's a good thing to do.
Kabrick with a nice jumper there.
See, now Jackson did a good job there. He didn't settle for that first three-point shot. He shot fake, took a couple dribbles, penetrated, and got a little bit better shot.
Yeah, he definitely struggled with the shot the other night, just 4 of 17, but he was huge in overtime, that fourth quarter in overtime for the Wildcats, and that win against Castle the other night. Nice drive to the basket there, goes up and in, and Princeton actually calls the timeout. So Dominic Hardiman gets his first 2 points of the ball game. We'll take a break. 7-4 Princeton over the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. So Princeton with a quick timeout there after the made basket, leading this basketball game 7-4. See if they make any change as far as their full court press. Not so much, and Cats do a good job of breaking it there.
And we did a good job there of breaking it, slowing down. Don't get caught up into the, you know, what they're trying to do, force you to hurry and take a bad shot. So we did a good job breaking the press and then getting ready to set up in our offense, but then we made a bad pass there.
Yeah, Kabrick actually drove baseline there and kind of got himself into trouble as he pulled up for the shot and then had to pass it off. So,
you know, and a lot of times, you know, I hate to see that jump pass. You know? I mean, there's a time and a place for it, but a lot of times you jump and somebody moves, and now you're in trouble.
Right.
And that's exactly kind of what happened to him there.
All right, so the Tigers into their offense here. Long shot not there by Ballard.
He just run over about 2 guys getting there to the ball.
You know, Princeton's one of those teams, they're going to launch it up from 3. They got 5 players that have shot 30 or more threes this year. Kabrick gets it in the lane, now gets it out to Harmon, who can't get the shot to drop, and so Princeton quickly the other way. They're going to want to run all night, and Ballard misses that one. Putbacks there, and that's going to be a foul on Quentin Harmon there. So Red Thompson got the rebound. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
We got to do a little better job on the defensive glass here. You know, we're giving up a couple of easy rebounds for them, and we got to limit them to 1 shot.
All right, so Thompson hits about every piece of the rim there to get that one to go down.
Yeah, he did. Used it all.
Yeah. All right, so 8-4 early lead for Princeton over the Wildcats. 3:34 to go here in the first quarter. Jasper against Princeton for the Big 8 championship again this year. Seems like the last few years
it's kind of come down.
Yeah,
it's kind of come down to this game, and
Berger actually picked up by their tallest player right now, and there's a 3-pointer by Kabrick that missed everything except for the backboard. Stom with the jumper doesn't go, and Berger's going to knock that one out, so Princeton to get the basketball. So Wildcats don't seem to have quite a very good flow of their offense right now.
No, we don't. You know, we're again, looks like we're struggling a little bit with our outside shots. So, you know, again, you know, I'd like to see them not quit settling for that.
Yeah.
Shot fake and go. Let's go to the hole and see what happens. We got a couple substitutions. Isaac Day's in for Caleb Berger, and Jace Goodhue came in for Elliot Hof, I believe.
So Princeton is yet to go to their bench.
There's an illegal screen on number 24. Ethan
Next,
Cochran.
that's Ethan Cochran, so I take that back. Actually, he had checked in there. So Cochran picks up the third team foul for Princeton. First for him. 9-4, Princeton with the lead on the Wildcats. 2:44 on the clock here in the first quarter. Day being picked up by Ballard there. That's with a long possession here, and Cabrick with a fadeaway jumper there. So
fadeaway part was what was tough there. I mean,
right.
If he catches that and goes straight up, has his body under control, he's got a lot better chance to hit that shot. But
Reese Day looking to check in for the first time is
it's going to be a foul. Goodhue.
Yep.
On the reach, I believe.
All right, so that evens out the fouls at 3 apiece. First one on Goodhue. Staub's going to get his first rest of the ball game. So we got even 2 minutes to go, and Princeton with a 5-point lead right now. Drive to the basket there, more contact, and Day may be picking up this one.
It's either going to be Day or Harmon. Day.
All right, so 4 fouls now on the Wildcats.
I think they could have took their pick there as to which one they gave that one to.
So Hardiman, a 72% foul shooter, gets that one to go. So 3 points for Dominic. And pops them both, so Princeton doing the job at the line so far tonight. Cabrick in trouble there and gets it to Day. Now he races across the 10-second line and gets stolen from behind by Ballard. And that's the thing, when Ballard gets that basketball, he's ready to go. Hardiman pulls up for a jumper, misses, and Reese Day's able to bring it down with 1:30 to go. Feed out there, there's Reese for 3, misses. All right, so the coaching staff for Princeton, led by Lamar Brown, first year here at the school, former assistant at Bosse, wants his team to slow it down a little bit with 1:18 to go here in the first quarter. A little miscommunication there as Hardiman did not make that cut to the basket, and so the ball goes out of bounds. Jasper with the chance here to cut into this 7-point lead.
Reese Day just got a little piece of that ball. Otherwise, It would have been our ball, but I saw him motion to coach. He traveled.
All right, so they do call the travel, and so now the Wildcats get it back with 1:09 to go.
We need to get a good shot here. We've had a couple trips where we've either had turnovers or oh, no.
All right, well, the official, he stopped play, but I mean, if the buzzer sounds, you got to stop play, don't you? All right, so now he's letting that substitute in, so he was trying to get Holzmeyer back into the ball game and get Ballard out, so the scores bench actually inadvertently buzzed that, but the Cats with the basketball with 1:08.
That could be a good learning tool for us right there, for one of the things that the coaches could talk to about, sectional time, or, there's a nice shot by Reese. But, when that buzzer goes, you got to continue to play, because that's what that referee just made that motion. If they steal it, they're going to let them have it.
Oh, I agree.
You can't, just because the buzzer goes, you don't stop till you hear the whistle.
Right.
The whistle supersedes any of the buzzer or anything else. So,
we got a break there because they knocked the ball away from us.
But that could be a good learning tool for us.
All right, good defense there by Harmon just to stay straight up and made it tough for Thompson to get a shot off. So 11-7 right now with 33 seconds. So the Cats with the chance here.
They're going to pull off the full court press. So now we need to, get a good looking, good shot here at the basket.
All right, so Cabrick 1-on-1 against Hardiman right now. Dribbling at the time. Official had the count going. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Day. Goodhue, a little too wide on that pass,
Yeah, he put a little too much mustard on it too. I mean,
Feed in there, and Dade with a nice job of stealing that basketball, and then actually Cochran's going to call it.
They're going to call that on Cochran, I believe.
Yeah. So that's going to be his second foul. So evened up on the fouls, but we only got 0.5 seconds to go, so not much you can do here, and that's not going to count. All right, so Princeton's full court press giving the Wildcats a little bit of trouble here and helps them to a 4-point lead at the end of one here on 18 WJTS. Back once again here at Princeton Community High School. The Jasper Wildcats trailing the Princeton Tigers 11-7. Cats will have the ball to start the second quarter. So Kabrick has it, and he'll go one-on-one against Holzmeyer this time. Berger back into the ball game. Cats actually with their starting lineup with the exception of Goodhue out there right now for Quinton. And Goodhue with a bucket.
Nice pass by Jackson. Found Jace wide open underneath there and got him the ball. Jace did a nice job of turning and converting it. We got to do a little better job of taking care of the basketball, Craig. Sitting here next to Coach Gobert, I see his stats. He's got us for 4 turnovers in the first quarter.
Right.
And Princeton had 6. So, I mean, you know, we have to –
you get those points off of turnovers, too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we got to make sure and they're going to get him for a travel.
Yeah, because Kabrick –
and that's what, you know, you just can't have that. We did a nice job down here getting a turnover here, and then to go to the other end and commit another turnover.
Right.
So basically it was a wasted possession.
Yeah. And gets that basketball, looks down at his feet to see where he is, and then shuffles him a little bit. So 11-9 right now. Jasper trails by 2. Just underway here in the second quarter. So Ballard back into the ball game for Princeton. Number 22 out there is Cole Hurt. Got a little bit of action towards the end of the first quarter. Kick out for a 3. Again, they like the launch, and then that's one of them. Holzmeyer's hit 2 of them already tonight. Actually leads the team in 3-point percentages. Averages 43% per game. Berger misses that 3, so Cat's not able to fight fire with fire, but Kabrick comes up with the steal, and he'll slam it lightly as he lost handle of it.
Well, we'll count it as a dunk. But he did a good job, you know, getting the steal there.
Right.
And being able to convert on it this time.
So 14-11, Jasper trails by 3 now. The Cats a little bit of 2-1-2 zone there.
Yeah, it's at Kayla.
Just another one.
Take care of the basketball.
Right.
I mean, there's just no reason for that. You got to dribble under control and be able to convert that. I mean, that's a breakaway layup that we've got, 2 points that you got to have. You know, we're working our butts off on defense to force turnovers, but we're not doing anything. We're just returning the favor on the offensive end. So we got to continue to play hard on the defensive end and take care of it on the other end. So yeah, we're running that little half-court trap thing that we do when the ball gets to the corner. Isaac did a good job of blocking out there.
So Hope back in the ball game, gets it out to Dave. Stom with the cut to the basket there, and it gets knocked away, and they're going to say a win off, I guess, Carter there.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't really tell from here, but you know, Isaac did a good job of penetrating. Carter did a good job of back cut, and he just didn't execute the play after that. So.
Is it just me, or does the Wildcats seem like they're playing a little too fast? I don't know. It just seems like they're in a huge rush.
I think, you know, we need to, you know, I know you're behind, but you're not going to make up the whole thing at one time.
Yeah.
Take your time.
They got the rebound, was able to get rid of it before they can get too deep in that trap there. Day's going to be on the line, so that's a 2-point. Oh, they actually gave him 3.
Wow, that looked like he was on the line.
Yeah. So
here they come the other way as quick as they can. Oh, there's another blow.
Stom's able to recover, though. Tries to give it up to Hope. Now it's actually Hardeman going after him there. So Hardeman's going to pick up the foul.
I'll tell you what, that Jaron Ballard, I mean, he likes to get the ball down the floor and in a hurry.
Yeah.
But he's kind of out of control is his biggest problem.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's a junior. I mean, he's going to do nothing but get better.
Right. Feed down in the Wildcat big man, and Harmon can't find
That's
the
going to be a foul
basket.
on Harmon.
Yeah. So he misses the shot, commits the foul. Jasper had tied up the basketball game, 14-14, with 4:14 to go.
If he would have looked opposite, I don't know who it was, but somebody was open on that opposite wing over there, and instead of just turning and shooting it, Harmon's going to come out now. Isaac Himes in for him, and Cabrick's going to get a little break with Ernie coming in for him. So
John Gable going to his bench there.
Yeah, we've got 2 starters on the floor in Stom and Hof. Right here is where you just got to do a good job. You got to make sure you block out. There was a pretty good job of it. Take care of the basketball now.
Heim picks up his dribble on the wing. Now tries to throw it out here, and good job by Day to save it. Now Heim makes a cut there, and oh boy, they said he was out of bounds or traveled.
Well, I think he traveled,
okay.
But Ernie got the nice running one-hander there to go in. So, and here comes, there we go, Isaac. Got a boy. Isaac was back on defense. Oh, don't give it to Hofey, though.
And the thing is, for the Wildcats to build this lead right now.
This is where we got to slow down. Somebody's got to slow them down, get them under control.
Right.
Because you got a lot of guys out there that aren't used to playing together. So, you know, that's what, that's a nice take by Hofey, but you just got to finish it. Here they come.
Hardeman.
That's a,
and yes, they're going to call a block error on Day. I'm sorry, on Ernie.
I thought he did a pretty good job of getting there. To me, it looked like it could have went either way, but
I thought he traveled actually.
when you're on the road, you're not going to get that call. So,
right.
You know, this is a time in the game right here where you just got to try to maintain what you've got. You know, you've got a couple starters on the bench. Well, Jackson Cabrick's getting ready to check back in now, but you know, you had a couple of them out there for catching a breather. You know, and that's where you got to have your bench players come in there and sustain what they're doing and don't let the lead, you know, disappear or get too far behind.
Well, Princeton's doing the job so far from the foul line. They're 5 for 5. Cats have yet to shoot a free throw. 6th foul on the Wildcats. First one called on Ernie.
So Cabrick came in for Stom, so we still just had the 2 starters out there.
All right, so Himes able to corral that rebound, and they're going to say Princeton basketball unless we get a different call on this side.
This guy's way down here, this one's way down here, and they look at each other and they have no idea.
Right.
They'll give it to Princeton.
All right, so Coach John Gable was right there in front of the bench, or right there at the sideline, so he saw it. All right, so Princeton will have the basketball. They're trailing the Wildcats now by just 1. 3:12 on the clock.
I believe there was a foul and our ball, but anytime you're on the road, you know, you can expect things like that to happen. So
right.
You got to be, you know, you got to have the composure to overcome it and just keep playing the game.
Right. All right, so Cabrick's on.
Jasper's back in there straight man-to-man now.
Ooh, that could have been a travel there.
That was a travel, but.
All right, but Hardeman gets the bucket, so.
Now just don't get, there we go. Oh.
Ernie not able to get that shot.
Ernie
blocked by the backboard.
Yeah, he did a nice job of getting to the basket, but when he got there, the backboard kind of rejected him a little bit.
Right. All right, so 17-16 as the Wildcats go to their bench here. Day's coming back in. Berger's coming back in.
Good use coming in for
a few changes for Princeton as well. So we're seeing coming back into the ball game is number 30, Jevin Huey.
Isaac Heim came in and, you know, he had him and Ernie both came in and did had a couple good minutes that they played.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, as far as in this quarter, the Wildcats getting that lead back briefly there, but all the points coming off the bench. Good job by Goodhue.
Goodhue did a nice job there of not letting the backdoor cut get there.
Cabrick against Hardiman there, and now he just pitches it right to the corner when Berger's making the cut. So
that's just, you know, again, it's turnovers because you're trying to force too much.
Right.
You know, just slow down, let the offense come in the flow. Just like you said a while ago,
right.
We look like we're in a hurry tonight. There's no flow to the things that we're trying to do.
So drive there by Huey does not go, and coming down is Hof. So Jasper with a minute 42, trailing by 1. Goodhue flashes there at the top.
Kick it out.
There you go.
There you go.
Hof way short on that shot, though.
Yeah.
So Hof's just not on. He was 4 for 4 the other night, but yet to score tonight.
He traveled.
That's a Ballard looking to use that screen. Now he's wanting it the other way, so he can go to his left. He pulls up from the elbow, misses.
But we don't block out and get the long rebound. And again.
Another one.
Now what are we calling? Nope, they're going to call it blocking, I believe, or a charge.
No,
maybe?
we get the offensive foul.
They are going to call a charge.
All right, so number 23 called for the foul, Red Thompson. So that's a 6th foul on Princeton, 7 fouls on the Wildcats. So from here on out, we'll see free throws. However, we only got 49 seconds to go here in the quarter. Jasper trailing by 1.
And I'd like to see it. I mean, we had a clear shot of that. Jace did a good job of getting that rebound, but we had a clear shot of that. Cabrick had a layup if he'd just kept his dribble and went straight to the basket instead of pulling up. But
well, actually, right now, thank goodness for the bench, because they've scored all 9 points here in this quarter to give the Wildcats this 1-point lead. So, chance to take it to the locker room with just 16 seconds to go.
Yeah, you need to make sure you get the last shot here. You know, you've got the lead. You need to go to the locker room with at least a 1-point lead or more.
Good job by Hof with a nice little cut.
Now you got to stop.
Half-court shot on the way, short by Ballard, but I'll tell you what, I just kind of catching my breath right now, and it's just like, you know, Jasper with a 3-point lead in a first half that they didn't play very well.
No, neither team did.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, after the first quarter, there was 10 turnovers, 6 by Princeton, 4 by Jasper.
Yeah.
You know, and the second quarter wasn't a lot better. It just wasn't a very clean played basketball game, and you know the score dictates that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean the shooting percentages aren't very good. The turnovers aren't very good. It just wasn't a very, very good basketball game.
It's like somebody's got to lead, right?
Yeah, somebody's got to be ahead. But
all right. Well, Jasper will take it for right now. They lead at halftime, 20-17 over Princeton here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here at halftime. Princeton Community High School, the Jasper Wildcats with a 3-point lead, 20-17. We'll take a quick look at the scoring. Only 3 players have scored for Princeton, including Hardiman with 7 points, 8 points for Holzmeyer. Red Thompson had 2. And for the Wildcats, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players, including 4 off the bench, have scored for the Wildcats. 2 starters have not. So Stom's got 2, Cabrick's got 4, Hope's got 2, and then off the bench, 3 points for Isaac Day, Tanner Ernie with a bucket, and 3 points for Reese Day, and then 4 points for Jace Goodhue. So turnover situation, Jason, I think that's kind of how the Wildcats are able to get back into it, even though they've committed quite a few as well.
yeah, I think you're right, Craig. You know, unofficially, we've got Jasper for 9 turnovers and Princeton for 13. You know, and you've got if you're playing a team that's got 13 turnovers and you've only got 20 points, you're not converting very many of those turnovers into points.
Right.
So we've got to do a better job of that in the second half. Plus, we got to take care of the ball ourselves better. So, and you know, to me, again, you know, like we talked, we just got to slow down. We're in too big of a hurry for things, and just slow down and let it come natural.
All right, so the Cats into their offense. Same starters on the floor for both teams. Stom feeds down low, and Harmon now kick out to Berger.
That's good. I mean, you know, Caleb was open, but he didn't force the shot. You know, he did it. We did a better job there of not forcing the issue.
Yeah, it definitely looks like right now there's an easy shot there for Cabrick, but wow. This is badly off the side of the glass when he gets his own rebound there and puts it back up and in.
We did a good job of keeping that ball alive. You know, nobody could get a handle on it, but we kept batting it around long enough that we were able to get it under control. It looks like we're out in zone defense, 1-2-2, something like that. I don't know if it's, yeah, we're going to trap that half court or the sideline pass.
All right, so the Cats have their biggest lead of the ball game of 5 right now. Three-pointer in the corner on the way does not go. Good block out there by Stom to get the rebound, so Jasper will bring it up.
You know, we talk about that a lot of times on how difficult that is to block out against it on a, you know, when you're playing a zone.
All right, so another quick bucket the other way.
See, we got to do a better job though of getting back. You know, we did it. We took a quick shot, and then not only took the quick shot, but we didn't get back on defense like we need to, and there's another turnover.
So it's going to be a quick bucket the other way. No, actually he loses the handle, and Jasper's able to knock it out of bounds there, but it looked like it was going to be an easy one for Ballard there. But
we did a couple guys did a good job of hustling back on defense to contest the shot. You know, and I mean, they still got the ball, but at least we're going to make them earn it a little bit. But we down here on the offensive end, Stom's got to take care of the ball a little bit better than that. You know, and again, it's turnovers. You know, we talked about it coming out of the break, and that's exactly what it is right now. So
good job there. Anticipation of that pass gets knocked out of bounds, and so Princeton will inbound over here. Thompson making a move there on Hope. He's able to get that shot up, but it does not drop.
That did everything but go down.
I know. Really nice move for Princeton big guy. Now they leave Harmon all alone, so the Cats have
Berger
there we go.
Come up with a nice steal.
And they'll keep the ball as it's knocked out of bounds there by Ballard. But like a little too quick trigger on the 3-point shots there by Cabrick and also by Harmon.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I think, again, you know, like we've talked all year, those shots are there all the time. Let's try to get something out of our offense a little bit better.
Yeah. Both those coming in about the second pass of the offense, and now we can't score there.
That's a nice inbounds play, but it didn't look like he shot it. It could look like he kind of just threw it up there.
So Harmon looking for his first points tonight after scoring a 26 the other night on 9 of 14 shooting against Castle, and now Princeton commits another turnover.
They're trying everything they can to say, here, take
this game away.
But you know, we're right there helping them with it too. So
yeah, so I just think if Jasper just kind of keeps control of this basketball game. Hand off to Cabrick.
Be patient if it ain't there.
He didn't even look where he's going with that pass.
You got to pass fake, ball fake, shot fake, do something, fake.
Stom stuck in the lane. He's got to get out.
We got by with one there because it wasn't a 5-second call, but I believe he could have got for 3 seconds.
That's what I was thinking.
If that wasn't 3 seconds, then
you can't count.
I can't count the 3. Yeah, exactly.
It's a Berger on the wing. Gets it over to Harmon. Good screen set there for Cabrick. Now they get it down to Berger, and Berger lost the handle, but boy.
We got bailed out there, I believe.
Think so. They called the foul on Colton Smith. So far, Cabrick's got a bucket and Holzmeyer's got a bucket. So just 4 points have been scored in the first 3.5 minutes of this third quarter. Jasper with the lead by 3. 22-19. Berger looking to add to it and way short on that foul shot. First foul shot of the night for Jasper. All right, so Hardeman's going to check in. Holzmeyer's going to sit.
Those were the first 2 free throws that Jasper shot tonight,
right.
So we 1 for 2.
4-point lead for Jasper. Cochran in trouble there, and the ball gets thrown away, and Stom comes up with the steal. Kabrick again looking down at his feet, now drives to the lane.
I just hate that.
Well, he committed a turn or a travel last time he did.
Yeah, look opposite.
There's a good look there, but long on the shot, and big rebound coming down to Hope. 4-minute mark now, and
charge.
That is going to be an offensive foul. So a good job by Cochran to set himself up under the basket there. Again, you don't have the semicircle that you see in the NBA and the college games, so good position there.
No, but that's Harmon's third, so he's probably going to have to sit the rest of the third quarter. That's, you know, he had his guy up in the air. You just got to go back up with the shot.
Right.
Instead of trying to penetrate and run over guys getting there. But so Day's in for Berger also.
So the Cats with the 2-1-2. Hardeman saw the opening, took it right to the hole, and puts it up for his 9th point.
I got a feeling somebody wasn't where they were supposed to be there because they forced him baseline and there was no help on the baseline.
Trims the lead to 2 for the Wildcats. It's Kabrick with a wild shot.
That's a wild shot. Hopefully it looked like he pushed about 2 guys out of the way to get the rebound, but we'll take it.
Absolutely. We'll take that cleanup job there. 4-point lead for the Wildcats now. Get it over in the corner, and I think it got kicked out of bounds there, so Princeton to have it. 25-21, Jasper leads, 3:20 on the clock here in the third. Cats led by 3 at halftime, 20-17 by outscoring Princeton 13-6 in that second quarter. Ballard tries to set up the offense for the Tigers. Smith with it, kicks it. Cochran, now Thompson. Bauer's going to back again. It's a play call from the coaches over here.
They like to set that double screen up top for him.
And he has not scored all night tonight.
There's a good block out by, and a bad pass. Good block out by Goodhue down there. But, you know, our decision making on transition, I don't know how to put it politely, but it's just not very good.
No.
You know, I get the point that we're trying to push the ball, but push the ball and make good decisions are 2 things that got to go hand in hand. And right now we push the ball, but the good decision part's not there.
Stom looking for a drive to the lane there, and then picks
Missed
up.
Hope underneath, but look opposite.
Goodhue. 4 points in the first half,
Yeah.
makes a move there, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So I think that's the thing. When Jace gets that ball down the block, he's really aggressive going to the hole there.
He does. He does a good job of, you know, shot faking, up and unders. He likes to use the up and under move quite a bit, you know, because of his size. But he does a good job of doing that.
Gets the free throw to drop. So Jasper now 2 of 3 from the line. Goodhue with 5 points tonight. Stom's going to sit. Day comes in. And the Tigers want a timeout before the second free throw. Jasper with a 5-point lead, 2:35 to go, 26-21 here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here at Princeton High School. This game kind of lacking the excitement we had in that 75-73 overtime thriller against Castle the other night, but right now it's 26-21, a lot of basketball left.
Yeah, you're right. We were talking off the air that, you know, being a Tuesday night and all this, it just doesn't seem like a conference championship caliber game.
Yeah.
But it's like we said, when the clock shows 0, all you want to do is make sure you got more points.
One
up on
more
the board.
point than the other team, right?
That's tonight. That's all that matters.
All right, so Princeton hangs on to the possession there with the long rebound, 27-21. Jasper with a 6-point lead, 2:10 on the clock here in the third. kick out Holzmeyer, their best three-point shooter. Can't get that one to drop, though. Day, nice job to feed to Hope for the bucket, so we can see some more transition like that. Maybe we can extend this lead. Right now it's 8.
That was a pretty good job of getting the ball up the floor and getting a good shot out of it.
Hardiman left alone. So he's got double figures now, 11 points, 11 of their 23, 6-point game. Jasper still leads.
Did a good job there, breaking the press and then just not having the numbers. Slow down.
Settle down.
Settle down, run your offense. Make a couple passes, couple ball reversals.
Hof left alone for a jumper, and he puts it in. Hof having a quarter. 8 points in the ball game. 3 quick buckets here. Gets that lead back to 8. 31-23, Princeton looking to cut it. There's a three-pointer on the way by Hardiman, misses. Cats got to get that long rebound, and good job by Day. Now he's got a wide open man the other day for the Wildcats, and awful. Oh, man, come on, Isaac, you got to put that up with a little bit more.
Isaac needs to take a dribble there and compose himself.
Kind of set himself.
You know, he got too big a hurry, tried to force it and get it put up there, and you know, instead of just taking his time and trying to get under control.
Now, Ballard had actually missed a couple games with an injury, and now he's going to be carried off the floor there. Actually, Smith just picks him up, and boy, he quickly hobbles off. He's going straight to the locker room.
I don't know if it's a cramp or if it was a.
I don't know. He's right over
leaning
there
up against the
wall,
kind of like it's a cramp, trying to stretch it out. But
all right, so it takes the Princeton playmaker out of the ball game. He's yet to score a point, but he's actually the guy kind of pushing the action.
He definitely drives the offense for him, forces the issue, and gets guys shots. Right now, they're just not converting them when he gets them.
Hardiman aggressively to the lane there. Hurt's going to have to back it out. Now Hardiman gets it, going one-on-one against Ernie, and a shot goes up and in for Cochran. 6-point lead for the Wildcats, 31-25. 19 seconds. Cats have a chance to finish out the quarter here, but there's an aggressive move by Ernie to put it up and in.
We're doing a good job. We've got one starter out there on the floor, and that's it in Hof. You know, the rest of the starters are all on the bench, but these guys are doing a good job of controlling what they need to control.
Ernie with the launch there right at the end. But you're right, Cats bench doing the job tonight, helping us to an 8-point lead at the end of 3, 33-25 over Princeton here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Princeton's going to have the basketball. They're trailing right now by 8. Jasper up 33-25. Cats with 2 straight quarters holding Princeton to single digits. 6 points in the second quarter, 8 points in that third quarter. Cats led by 3 at the halftime point. Extending that to 8 here at the end of 3 as we start the fourth. Hurt drives there, kicks it out to Holzmeyer. Three-pointer's not there, but the layup is, so Holzmeyer has got 12 points for Princeton. So Princeton's got 2 players in double figures. And John Gable wants to call a quick timeout here. So first timeout call for the Wildcats, so a good one there to kind of get this team settled down. We'll take a quick break. Jasper up by 6 when we come back. Cats will inbound here with a 6-point lead, 7.5 to go here, just underway here in the fourth quarter.
Princeton looks like they're going to be in some kind of a half-court trap.
Stom gets to the lane there, now gives it up to Harmon. Cabrick steps back, but misses. Harmon with the rebound if he can control it, but no, Hurt comes up with it and quickly to Hardiman. Oh, and a foul called on Cabrick. So it looked like it might have been a clean play there, but the officials called the foul. Just third foul called on the Wildcats, just 2 on Princeton, so near foul-less third quarter. So Hardiman's going to step up. It's actually 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
The third quarter was a little bit cleaner. Jasper had 2 turnovers and Princeton had 3. So, I mean we're still up to, we've got 11 for the game and they've got 16.
Yeah.
But a lot better than the first half. So
those 2 free throws make it a 4-point game. So again, still wide open. Snom drives there, gets cut off, almost double dribbles. (33-29) as Berger drives to the baseline, and there's going to be a foul called on Hurt. So Cole Hurt picks up that personal foul, 3rd on Princeton. So 2nd foul called on Hurt tonight. Cats will inbound with a 4-point lead. Nothing there for Berger. Gets it back out. Stom up top. 6:28 on the clock. Stom backs out there. Picks up his dribble. Now he's going to give it up. Hope helps him. Oh, Berger, why?
It's a good take, but, you mean, you got to be able to either withstand the contact or you got to be able to pass out of it.
Yeah.
And we did neither one there.
All right, so Princeton with the chance here. Trailing by 4, 6 minutes to go. Princeton showing a little patience right now. Hardiman. So if he pulls up there, no, he doesn't, but gives it up to Thompson for 3, and he misses.
That's over.
Hurt
the
almost
back.
got the rebound there, but now Berger comes down.
That's a good decision.
Cabrick will control the basketball here. 5:26 to go here in the 4th quarter. 4-point lead for Jasper. Stom, Cabrick going back and forth. Cabrick drives, kicks back out. So Cats, they're driving there and trying to draw the defense, and Hardiman almost gets a steal there. Hands off to Cabrick. 4:57.
We can't get in kind of what we did against Castle a little bit. Where we did a good job of running our offense, but we didn't look to score.
Right.
And that's kind of what we're doing now. We're doing a good job.
And
and then you end up with that.
Right.
That's why you have to run it, but you have to also look for shots out of it.
Look for opportunities to score. You're right.
You can't just sit there and run your offense. I mean, you got to look to score.
Yeah.
Especially with 4 to 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
Now, if there's a minute left, it's a little bit different. But
actually, back on the floor is Ballard, so it may have just been a cramp for him.
I don't know how. His legs are so skinny. I don't think he's got any muscles in him. But
yeah, might be the case. Feed down low into Thompson. Now backdoor cutting over there, and Jasper knocks it away. Oh, actually.
Got lucky there because they did a nice job of the backdoor cut and the pass, but it was just a little bit too much on it, and he couldn't handle it.
So Cats hang on to this 4-point lead. They have yet to score in this quarter, though. 33-29. We played half of the quarter now, or nearly half at the 4:09. Now Hardiman's going to pick up a foul. That's the 4th on the team, so no free throws yet. It's Lamar Brown questioning the call there. Cats in the inbound.
Be patient. Look to score. Good.
Down 3:51 on the clock. Harmon, scoring opportunity there, takes it up, and a little too strong though, and now it gets knocked away. Princeton clears it. 4-point lead for the Wildcats, but Princeton, Hardiman makes a move. Ballard is yet to score tonight, but misses that three-point shot, so Jasper comes up. So and we got a foul here on Ballard.
It's number 5. Nothing hurt there yet.
Nope.
But we got to take care of the basketball. You know, they're gonna put some pressure on us, so we got to be able to handle it.
33-29, 3:17 on the clock now, fourth quarter. Jasper leads by 4. Into their offense again, yet to score in this quarter. Kabrick hits a fadeaway.
That's a tough shot. He's fading away the other way and was able to get.
That could have been a three-point opportunity there for Holzmeyer, yeah.
Harmon's going to pick that one up, I believe. Yep, so that's his 4th. This point in the game, though, I'd say you probably let him ride it out.
Right. So actually, if he does foul out, Goodhue's given us outstanding minutes tonight.
He has. Yeah, he has.
Free throw rolls off, so a big break here for the Wildcats. Not only on the missed shot, but the missed free throw. So Holzmeyer with a chance to just get 1 point here. Jasper leads by 6. And he pops the other one, so a 5-point lead for Jasper. And Princeton wants the timeout. All right, so 35-30 with 2:57 to go. When we come back, Jasper will have the basketball here on 18 WJTS. 7 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Cats with a 5-point lead. Jason now facing a full court press. What are your thoughts here?
Well, obviously the most obvious is we got to take care of the ball, handle the pressure that they're going to throw at us, and make good decisions, and that's not one of them. You know, I mean, there's no reason to do that, none.
Yeah,
even if he catches it, you know, he's not going to have an easy layup.
I'll tell you one thing where I think we're fortunate is that Princeton seems to be very impatient on offense. I mean, you know, again, you can launch threes all night, and they're not hitting them.
Yeah,
in the
you're
second
exactly
half.
right. So, you know,
Ooh.
you've got to, you know, when they get 2 guys with pretty good size on you trapping, you've got to pass fake, step through the trap.
Yep, right there, because Kabrick's got a chance to
right
step
there,
straight through.
Yeah,
he's not looking for it. He's looking to make that pass. Now we get a turnover. I mean, he could have easily stepped through there. There was a gap between those 2 defenders.
Guys got to quit being scared of somebody bumping into you and being scared of contact.
Right.
You know, take the contact and go through it with the ball strong under your chin and protect it.
So 2:27 now. Bauer's going to take his time, see what he can create. Double screen set for him, but Hope picks him up. Hardeman now drives. Move around the perimeter. Ballard gets into Thompson. He gets a drive to the basket and puts it up and in. So just 4 points for Thompson tonight, but big one there to make it a 3-point game. Jasper trying to break the press, and Hope could have just dribbled it right over and eventually gets it over to Berger. Now he's in trouble. And they're going to actually call a foul here. We'll see if this goes on. That's going to go on Hardeman, actually.
I didn't know if they were going to call a foul or if Coach Gable was wanting a timeout here. It was all right here in front of us, but I couldn't tell which one he was going to call. So with the foul, we should be in the bonus.
All right, so a huge opportunity for the Wildcats to maybe close out this basketball game from the line, starting with Berger at the line right now. 1:52 on the clock, 3-point lead. This could make it 5.
There's no doubt, you know, coming down here now, you've got to hit these. You know, that's a good start right there.
Right. Caleb, his 2 points have come from the foul line, 2 of 3 so far. Make it a 5-point game here. Long though.
Minute 52. You know, you got to get all those free ones that you're gonna get. So
36-32. Jasper with a 4-point lead. Minute 42 on the clock. Cochran looks down low to Hardeman.
Defense.
Ooh, Berger almost had the steal, but they're going to call the foul. It's only the
That's all right, though, because that's our 5th. And,
yeah.
and that's okay. I mean, he was
going for it.
Yeah. they kind of got the ball in there, in a tough spot, and,
yeah.
and Caleb did a good job of going after the ball. And
right.
Just didn't get it. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Hardeman feeds into Thompson. He scored last time in there. Rises but misses everything. Caber comes down. You got to beat him down the floor if you can. Just sets himself up for that trap. Now gets it over to Stom. Call a timeout if you need to. No, he's able to get it across. Feed inside. Big bucket there. Good job by Hope to see it.
That was a good job of getting the press broke. Got it to Hope. Hope had his head up and seen Harmon open inside, and we got easy 2 points. And that's what you got to do in that situation. If you've got that chance, score them. Don't give them a chance or, make them have to foul. Take the layup.
So drive to the basket and the call.
There's going to be a foul on the body, I believe, Cabrick.
Right.
And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to put them at the line with the shot or with the clock stopped and an opportunity to score. Make them hit that tough shot.
Right. So 38-32, 57.7 on the clock right now, and Bauer looks shaken up again.
He looks like he's hurt again.
Yeah, it's a cramp right there in that calf.
Yeah, his left calf, so I'm assuming that's probably what it is.
See if it affects his foul shooting, and it does there. So Ballard.
They need to get him out. I mean, now he just said.
He's saying once in. It looks like they're going to bring Hurt. So they're going to give him the substitution, let Hurt go up and shoot that second free throw.
I think Jasper should get a pick who that gets to go in.
All right, so they make that substitution. Cole Hurt's going to shoot the second free throw.
I was under the understanding that the rule was that Jasper, if it's the shooter, the opposing team gets to pick.
Yeah, I don't know how it works in high school.
Well, that's the way I thought it was.
Yeah, I know it's definitely that way in college.
But right there, we've got to take care of the ball again.
Right. All right, so Jasper keeps their 6-point lead, and there's a kick on the inbound.
Ball fakes.
So 52.5. Still plenty of time on the clock here. Jasper has just got to control the basketball. If they get fouled, they got to knock down the free throws to finish this ball game out. Cabert gets it, and there's a quick foul there on Cochran, so that only nicks maybe a second or so off the clock, 51 seconds.
Yeah, they don't have much choice now. They've got to go for the steal on the pass, and if they don't get that, then they've got to commit the foul, and that's what they did right there.
All right, so Jasper 1 of 2 so far in this quarter from the line. Cabrick shooting his first foul shots of the night. And misses way short on that, so Princeton.
Play good defense, make them use a little clock before they get a shot off. And we're doing that.
Holtzmeyer gets to the lane, squares, puts the shot up, but they're able to get the rebound, and Berger just takes it away, and they're going to call a jump ball. And I think this possession's going to go Jasper way.
I think so.
All right, so Jasper with 33.4, 6-point lead, 38-32. Inbound to Cabrick, dribbles out, beats everybody down the floor. Goes for the layup, and he'll draw the foul on Hardeman. All right, so that's the thing. If you're going to get to the line, you're going to have to shoot him.
Yeah, in that situation, you can't fault him for trying to go to the hole, but, there again, too, I'd like to see him just kind of pull that back out and run some clock. I know they're going to foul, but, this is like you said, if you're going to get there, you got to hit them.
You do.
Whereas if he pulls that back out, he runs another 4 or 5 seconds probably off the clock before they can commit the foul.
I agree. So Cabrick, who shoots 85% from the line, hits that one. 1 of 3. 7-point lead for the Wildcats. Princeton just not able to find many buckets here in this basketball game, but Cats give it right back. Now Thompson's going to square for 3. Holtzmeyer comes down with the rebound, puts it up, and they're going to call the foul on Hope. So
we did a good job of getting the rebound down there on the first one, and couldn't tell who it was, Stom or somebody down there, and threw it back in.
Right.
But, in that situation, you got to learn, chuck that this way as far as you can. Don't throw it back underneath their bucket.
Right.
If it comes down here, that's just more time they got to take off.
Exactly. All right, so Holzmeyer's going to hit that free throw. So 14 points for him, but just 11.6 to go. Jasper's lead is 6. He can make it 5 here. And
got to hit your free throws.
So Cats have got to get an inbound here. It's knocked away. Princeton comes up with a nice block, though, by Harmon. And Kabrick, again, loses the handle of the basketball. But
instead of grabbing it.
All right, so Princeton calls a quick timeout there. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, we got the ball on that side of the court. But, again, just sloppy handling of the ball. Yeah.
Grab it. Don't quit. Yeah.
You don't need to get across the ball because you don't need 10 seconds, really. I mean, we had 11 seconds, but could have taken our time there.
I mean, here I get the guy with the best arm taking the ball out of bounds. 4 guys down here and chuck it.
Right.
There's no reason to throw the ball in on this side of half court where they can steal it and shoot a 3.
Yeah.
The other thing that you could do is you could throw them the ball underneath the basket and say, here, shoot it.
Yeah, right.
The game's over.
Yeah.
They score 2 points and the game's over.
Yeah.
We win by 1.
But you got a situation here where, again, just 1 second. I think if you inbound, you just chuck it the length of the court, send a couple guys long, and just let it go because once that ball's touched, and you got to make sure you touch it. That's the thing, too. So it's a 3-point game right now, and we'll see if the Cats do the baseball pass. But no, we actually inbound, but able to control it. So, well, we talked about it. I mean, not a pretty basketball game, 39-36, but Jasper comes away with the win, and that's what we were talking about earlier. It's like all that matters in a game like this is you come out with a W.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Craig. We talked about it the whole night that, at the end, you just, when the clock shows 0, you want to have at least one more point than they do. And, we did. We got 3 more, but, like you said, it wasn't a very pretty game. It wasn't very well played. It was just, I hate to say it, but it's a typical Tuesday night road game.
Yeah.
It really is. You hate to say that and blame it on that, but those games are tough.
Right.
The only thing that we had going for this one was there was a lot riding on this game.
Sure.
But, a lot of times on a Tuesday night this late in the season, you don't have much riding on that game. So this game had a little meaningful purpose behind it. But obviously, according to looking at some of these stats, that really didn't make much difference because it didn't dictate how we played, nor how they played.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't a well-played game on one side and not the other.
Right.
It just wasn't a well-played game at all.
No.
Either way around, and you take it and you move on.
Exactly.
I'm proud of these guys for the standpoint that we sat down there at Boonville. In December 20th, I think we said it was,
right.
And we looked at that and, you were dejected. You're thinking, man.
That's our first conference game.
First conference game. We've got a conference loss, and we talked about it that night. What do we have to do to try to win this conference yet? We said, you got to take care of one game at a time. And, from that standpoint, I'm proud of these guys. They went out and they did that. We took care of every game that we played, obviously, since then. We beat a good Washington team.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, Washington's probably, outside of us, are the top 2 teams in the conference.
Yeah.
Princeton somehow got to where they were 3-1.
Yeah.
They lost to Washington. From that standpoint, I'm proud of them that they fought through this and they got to have this opportunity tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And that was one of the things that we talked about. How do you get there? And they did, and they took care of business tonight. So, to win the Big 8 title the last year of it, football team did it.
Right.
Now the boys basketball team did it.
Right.
Not sure how the girls basketball did, how they came out in there.
Right.
But, now obviously we've got baseball coming up. So, is that a big deal? No, it's not. But it's something nice to be able to say that you did. That you won them, all those, in the last year of existence of the conference.
Well, the other thing, too, is that this isn't the first game this year where we've seen, the Wildcats struggle, but still pull out the win. I mean, my goodness, we've won 15 basketball games. You know, I mean, that's an outstanding season in itself, 15-5 right now. But I think we still have not played our best basketball.
No.
So we need to kind of get that, I think, in these last two games so that we are playing our best basketball once the tournament comes around.
There's no doubt, Craig. You've got two opponents left in Pike Central and North Davies. I'm not sure what either one of them have got record-wise. Doesn't really matter.
Right.
I think, from the coach's standpoint, they're obviously going to be looking for, like you and I have talked, playing well.
Right.
And we've played well in stretches. We haven't put a whole game together yet all year.
Right. I don't think we have either.
We've gotten close in a couple of them, but for the most part, we haven't played a complete game where we've taken care of the ball, we've shot the ball well, we've played good defense. We haven't done those yet.
Right.
And we're running out of time. We just got a few games left, and then it's going to become sectional time. So we just have to continue to practice and get better. I was looking at that the other day, and we don't have a lot of practice time left.
That's right. Because we got to play Friday night.
We play Friday night, so you got Wednesday and Thursday to practice this week, and then next week you got a few days to get in some practice. Yeah. And then depending on the sectional draw this Sunday is to win. You play again
after that
for the sectional.
Right.
So, this time of the year, it's you need the practice time because that's where you're going to work on your mistakes.
Right.
You can work on a lot of these things that we made mistakes tonight. And I think, the coaching staff does a very good job of pointing those out and working on those things in practice.
Right.
And I think, moving forward, the next few days of practice that they have, those will be keys, to take care of the basketball. And, in close games, we've said it all year and we said it again tonight, in close games, each turnover is so crucial because it's 2 points that you didn't get that they may have gotten 2 or 3 out of.
Well, and that's the thing. I think a lot of times whenever you see the games in the 30s, it's because neither team is really protecting the basketball or taking care of it,
Oh, there's no doubt.
So a lot of it has to do with decision making.
It was, and that's what it was tonight. There was just a lot of bad passes, bad decisions, bad judgment. Yeah. And I think, as from the coaching standpoint, I'm sure that's one of the things that they'll try to emphasize to these kids and try to get them better at. So
no doubt. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to talk to Coach John Gable to break down this 39-36 win for the Wildcats, Big 8 champions of 2020. We'll take a break here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here, Princeton Community High School. The Jasper Wildcats now Big 8 champions in the final Big 8 basketball season, 39-36 winners over Princeton Tigers. And Coach John Gable, Jason Stamm and I, as we were talking about the basketball game, we're like, sometimes you want to win ugly. Let's just get one more point than Princeton tonight.
I think that's the big credit we have to give our guys. Coming on the road at a Big 8 conference game on a Tuesday night, we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but we're disappointed. We could have helped ourselves a lot. We were better than 39 points.
Right.
We had enough good looks to be better than 39, and we had some really, really careless turnovers, and that ended up killing. I think we had 9 turnovers at halftime. I didn't check what it was for the game. And,
right.
That's a lesson, hopefully, that we're going to understand that you're not going to be sectional champs, turning the ball over that many times and playing that sloppy and missing free throws down the stretch and making turnovers down the stretch. You just can't live like that. But having said all that, this game was kind of a microcosm of the entire year. We found a way to win. Even when it wasn't flowing for us offensively, we weren't executing perfectly offensively. We were able to hold a pretty athletic team to 36 points and muscle out a win.
And that's the thing. I was just going to ask you that with 36 points. What did you think your defense did to kind of take Princeton out of their ballgame?
Well, I thought we did a nice job mixing defenses. We mixed back and forth from a trapping zone into a man-to-man, and I thought we did a pretty decent job there keeping them off balance. And for the most part, we contained the ball really well. We didn't let Ballard, who this was his first game back in several games, by the way, and he's super quick, and so is the Hardeman kid. And we didn't let them get to the rim very much tonight, and that was huge for us too.
And, again, with a Princeton team like this, and they've kind of had their struggles, just 9-9 on the season, but still able to put themselves in a position for this Big 8 championship, game. And it seems like the Jasper-Princeton game comes down to the championship the last few years.
Well, I was counting up earlier. I know it was 2014, 16, at least 18 and 20. So it's like every 2 years, every 2 years that we
come here,
it comes down to it, and it really has been the last 4 times here that this game has meant either sharing the conference or winning it outright. And we've been able to except for the one time in 2014, we could have had the outright Big 8 championship down here.
Yeah.
And I think we missed a free throw late, and they hit a shot at the buzzer for the win. And that we actually shared the conference title that year, but we could have won it outright because it always comes down to the conference championship. And like I said, Tuesday night in high school basketball, and you look at look at the Big Ten, for example, and how seldom the visiting team loses or wins the game.
Right.
And we feel like that about the Big 8 too. It's always difficult to go on the road in the Big 8, especially on a Tuesday night. So I have to give our guys credit. The game had a little pressure to it because it actually meant something, and we were able to, like we said, to manufacture a win here somehow.
Well, the Wildcats scored 39 points tonight, so offensively not a great night, but were there some things that we can improve on, do you think?
Well, the one we mentioned earlier, turnovers, and just some high percentage shots. I thought Quentin Harmon had some really good looks tonight that the last couple of games have gone in for him. He had a really nice game against Evansville Mater Dei and against Castle, and those shots didn't fall for him tonight for whatever reason. And we had some good looks on the perimeter. I'm not sure that we hit a 3 tonight. No, Isaac Day, I believe, hit one.
Yep.
And so I guess one positive was we played a whole lot of guys tonight too. We had Reese Day, Isaac Day, Jace Goodhue, who I thought had a tremendous game for us, and Isaac Heim, and we had a number of kids come off the bench and give us some quality minutes.
You know, especially in that second quarter, whenever we were able to outscore them 13-6, I think we had 9 off the bench there.
Yeah, and I think that ended up being a difference tonight in the long run. I mean, the score ended up being 3 points. They scored a bucket really late, but I think we really were in position to win this game by 10 to 15 points, and a lot of it I think had to do with we were able to play a lot of different people in some different situations, and in Princeton didn't have the depth that we did tonight, and I thought that was a factor. Right.
All right, well, we got Pike Central coming up here on Friday night. What do you know about Pike?
Well, they're having a really tough year, and they're not an overly gifted athletic team, but and I think that's, as a head coach, I've been around long enough to know that that's a difficult situation.
Yeah.
Because you know that Pike Central is always going to play hard and play well against us. We have to go down there, and then, you know, we're sitting 15-5, Big 8 conference champions. We're on a 3-game winning streak. We've beaten 3 pretty good teams, and so you just worry about high school kids thinking that it's going to be easy at Pike Central, and it's not going to be easy. Coach Elliott's going to come up with a nice game plan. Their kids are going to play really, really hard and emotional. It's going to be an important win for them on their home floor that they're going to be trying to get, and so we can't overlook them. We can't ever. There's no one in high school basketball, especially with the way that we execute offensively sometimes, that we can go ahead and pencil in as a W. We need to be ready to focus defensively, take care of the basketball, and take care of business, or we could have been for a long night down there.
You know, and that's what Jason and I were talking about too. I don't feel like we played our best basketball, so we got 2 games left in the season before the tournament starts to really kind of get in that mindset.
Yeah, if there's a critique that I could have of this team would be our inconsistency. You know, we'll play brilliantly for a game, and then all of a sudden the next game we look like we haven't practiced for 2 weeks.
Right.
And you've got to have consistent play for 3 straight games at tournament time against 3 good Evansville schools, or you're going to go home early. So I think that's what our focus has got to be for these last 2 games at Pike Central and at North Davies. That regardless of the score, that we're taking care of the ball, that we're working the ball inside out, and we're taking high percentage shots, and that we're doing little things like defending and rebounding and working together as a team. And that's got to be our focus for the next 2 games going into the tournament.
All right, well, we'll check one thing off. Big 8 champions, so congratulations on that. You're 15-5 right now, and but again, still some work to get done.
Yeah, and we're proud of our season so far. I don't know that anybody would have guessed us being 15-5 at this point.
Right.
And that's with a couple of losses that we also could have won. So we're not a perfect team, but we are a team that finds ways to win, and I hope that continues.
All right, well, congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you, Craig.
All right. John Gable, ladies and gentlemen. Jasper with a big win tonight. Big 8 conference championship win, 39-36 over the Princeton Tigers. So we'll take a look at the scoring real quickly here and finish things out. So Princeton actually were led by Holzmeyer, Colin Holzmeyer, who finished with actually scored 5 points in that 4th quarter. So he's got 15 points, 13 points for Hardiman. 4 points scored by Rhett Thompson. and then 4 points off the bench there for Ethan Cochran. So 36 for Princeton. The Wildcats, they were actually led in scoring here. I think if I got this right, Cabrick has 9, and I think no players in double figures. So we got 2 points for Carter Stamm, 9 points for Cabrick. Berger had 2, 8 points for Hope, and Harmon got that bucket in the fourth quarter, so he's finally able to get on the board there, but he finishes with 2 points. And good bench play here tonight with the Wildcats scoring 16 points off the bench here, including Isaac Day's 3, 4 points for Ernie, and then 3 points for Reese Day, hitting a three-pointer in that first quarter, and then Jace Goodhue with a nice night with 6 points. So Jasper 39, Princeton 36, and the Cats finish out their Big 8 conference participation with a championship game here in basketball. So Jasper is 4-1 in the Big 8. Their lone loss coming against Boonville, and that was their first game of the Big 8 game of the year back in December. So Jasper now 15-5 on the season, and we'll take on Pike Central Friday night at Pike Central. That's a 7:30 start local time. So fans, pay attention to that if you plan on going over to Pike Central and see the Wildcats on Fridays. So Princeton drops to 9-10 on the season and finishes second in the Big 8 Conference. So thanks to Jason Stamm for his coverage tonight, and for Jeremy Marcos on the video, John Gable for the post-game interview. Jasper 39, Princeton 36 here on 18 WJTS. Good night.